Okay. Hey, it's Valley Pop, and I'm Jessica, and we're
I'm
here
Jay.
with Jay and
This is Andrew.
Where are we?
We're O'Kenny's Distillery.
Yeah, here locally in Pembroke, Ontario.
Yep.
And you have questions?
Yeah. So Andrew's let us ask him a few questions about what they do here. So, okay, I guess my first question is, what is the difference between distilling rum and whiskey? A lot of people wouldn't understand that.
Distilling could be the very same on both. I'm sure that you could probably distill it on the same still. Generally, you have a special still for whiskey, and it's really similar to the one that you use for rum. The main difference between rum and whiskey is the raw ingredient that you start with. So whiskey has to be made from grain, which is a cereal, which is let's say a barley. It can be a wheat, corn. What else? Oats even. There's all sorts of things, but generally it is cereal. And rum has to. The rules are there's lots of rules in distilling. The rules are that it has to be made with either sugar cane or sugar cane byproduct. Now, byproduct, the one that we use for our rum is molasses.
Okay. Yeah. Molasses. Makes sense. Okay. That's a good answer. Okay.
I like rum.
So this one's a good one. What was it like to, because of what is going on in the world right now, how hard was it to go from spirits to sanitizing?
The regulations, going through that, even though they made it very easy, the government wanted us, distilleries were the easiest producers of alcohol that can just switch over and make alcohol for hand sanitizer. So they made it very easy for us to switch over.
That's good.
However, very easy for government regulations is still painstakingly slow. And we were waiting sometimes weeks with the ingredients all ready to be mixed, and we knew how to do it, but we were just waiting for a number and things like that. So the hardest part was just waiting, because we knew how badly people needed it. We knew how to make it. We had the ingredients, and then that was time that we had to wait.
Regulations.
Yeah.
So, your history, I guess, you guys have been here, what, roughly about a year now?
Yes, we purchased the property in, I believe, April.
Okay.
And in June, we started selling our vodka. And we did a soft opening here. We were selling the vodka originally, we were shipping it to people, or we were delivering it.
Yep.
And then we started selling here, I would say, let me see here. We started selling like local products here in about October.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, my major last question, I guess, is was it hard to reopen a distillery after 100 years?
It's totally different, so I don't know.
You don't know? Like,
No,
was there a lot of loopholes? Was there a lot of runaround? Was it fairly easy?
If it was easy, I think everybody would do it.
Right.
So I think I would have to say it's probably the hardest thing I've ever done. I don't know 100 years ago how hard it was.
Probably, I don't know. We wondered because there was such a long time span between.
Well, in between, I guess the main thing that stopped it all was Prohibition.
Yep.
And then after Prohibition ended, used to have all these small distilleries, village like Douglas.
Yep.
You know how big Douglas is, or Beachburg.
Very
would have 3, 4, 5 distilleries because each hotel would have their own. So you went from that, everybody making it like that, to Prohibition, and then after Prohibition, you had wiped out all the small guys. It was only the big guys that got back into it.
Okay, and that's
so essentially that changed everything. That was right across North America, and that also similar things happened in Europe.
Crazy. Well, thank you, Andrew. I'm glad you could spend the time explaining a lot of those for us.
Yes.
That was awesome.
Because this is the first distillery after 100 years in town.
So it's pretty crazy to be here, and it's nice. Nice to see it.
Good. Well, thanks.
So what are you sitting on right now?
A barrel?
A barrel? Barrel of what?
Probably used, I'd guess, for whiskey if they used it.
This is a $38,000 barrel of single malt whiskey.
Oh, wow. Imagine having that.
And what you're doing when you're rocking it, you're actually making it more expensive.
Yeah? Is it actually got stuff in it?
Oh yeah, it weighs 570 pounds and it's full of single malt whiskey.
That's why I asked.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Do barrels hard to come by?
Barrels?
Yeah. Do you get them specially built?
Good barrels, yes. We use once used barrels.
Okay.
We're using first time for a winery. So then what they do, they're called recoopered,
Yep.
and they're charred, but it still has some of the remaining esters from the wine.
The wine. So it's giving you a little extra flavor in there.
Likely yes. The Canadian whiskey tends to be done in once used barrels. In
You can see
in the United States, that's they're the main producers of barrels, because I was telling you about the rules.
Yeah.
The rules for bourbon
Yep.
is that it has to be made in the United States. They've got the name, they've owned the name bourbon.
Bourbon.
And it
Okay.
has to be used, now I think the percentage is it has to be 51% corn. I believe that's right. It has to be aged in new barrels. So it can't
So
be
it
aged.
can't be in something
And the
that's-
main thing is that's really important, because if it has to be made in new barrels, that means that they have all the barrel manufacturers there.
Yeah.
Now you have over in Scotland, and I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure one of the regulations for some of their scotches or maybe single malts is that it has to be a once-used barrel as well, and it's very specific. It has to be from a certain place.
those are those
So
very
generally, what we
expensive
have
ones.
is you got United States making all the brand new barrels,
Yeah.
using them once, and then selling them to Canada and Europe, so that they can use them.
Further.
So it's a very strange system if you think about it. There's not a lot of cooperage done in the places that require once-used barrels, because the United States has so many that it's very easy to get a once-used barrel.
But that would let you control the flavor because that's once used. That's not the barrel's not flavored at that point, or seasoned. I don't know what
Well,
you call
that's
it.
true.
A used barrel.
You could say that bourbon might be more consistent because it's always once used. However, they're charred, so they're charred differently. You've got different levels of char.
Yeah.
And they can.
I've kind of watched there was a documentary on Jack Daniels, how they do their barrels actually, and what they build their own barrels apparently.
I believe so, yes.
And they actually have guys who go in with torches and char them. It was pretty interesting to watch.
Yeah, Jack Daniels is probably one of the most unique distilleries, maybe even in the world.
Yeah.
Certainly in the U.S.
I would definitely say so.
Because they do something that I don't think any others do, or if there is, there's very few of them. And what they do is they actually filter their whiskey before they put it in the barrel. And they filter it, if I think I'm not mistaken, it's a type of maple that they burn, and they douse it at a certain point, so that it's then char wood, and then they put it in a big cauldron, and they do a very old style way of filtering.
Filtering, like the old charcoal type. filter,
Yeah,
I guess
so
you
I
could
mean,
say.
it's very similar to how we're aging in here. So
Yeah.
these you're aging in a charred barrel. So these right here are number 3 level. So number 3 level, they call it alligator.
Yep.
Alligator char.
Yep.
And
It's probably because of the look of the char.
yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't understand how alligators had to do with it, except for that. So
Yeah, that would be my guess because of the scaling, I guess, of the char.
yeah.
The way the
So I mean, it's an art in its own of recharring and recoupering and then charring. We actually have a local cooper setting up in Carp,
Nice.
so that's awesome to hear.
Yep. Another local help
Yes.
is always good. Yeah. And we don't have to buy from other people. It is fantastic.
Yes, we try to do everything local here. We try to be considered from the field to the forest to the flask.
Yep.
And a lot of them are field to flask, but not too many places can boast that they've got the kind of lumber industry that we have in Renfrew County.
Yeah.
And you combine that with the same industry we have in agriculture. So it just happens that the best, it was about a year ago, and a local farmer in Cobden sent in malt barley, and it was his first crop he's ever grown, and it was tested, and the testing company called him back and explained to him that he had the very best results, his quality results
Wow.
were the highest that they'd ever seen in Ontario.
That's good.
So they've only seen a couple others better, or a few, for a few years, and they were in another province. So in Ontario, he's known as having the best crop ever of malt barley.
Wow.
And that's, as you know, 20 minutes down the road.
Yep.
So.
That's nice. And you can see there's lots of local products around.
Yep.
And all sorts of areas of this.
All local. That's what
What
coffee.
you guys do is, when I found you guys I guess it was about 4 months ago.
Yeah, thanks, Ian.
It's like,
Oh, did you want to sign? Oh, awesome. Did you get a picture?
Here's the store.
Okay, awesome.
And
Thanks.
Jay's dad's right there. It's Larry. I think he's bored. He wants
Hey, you want to do
samples.
some sampling?
sure.
We're doing a tasting
You should
now.
do the tasting first.
And we're back. So we're at home now. You just saw the footage that we did at O'Kenny's, which is the local distillery. O'Kenny's Craft Spirits. That's what they call themselves. Jay got a hat.
I got a hat.
Where's my tumbler?
She got a nice, very
Got a
nice.
tumbler. Look how
You gotta show
sparkly.
it close up.
I know, I will. Sparkle. So it has their logo on it.
They're all handmade.
Yeah, they're all handmade. So none, like, you'll never get one that's identical to the other. Actually, cards in here. It's not made by them. It's made by somebody drops off like a bunch to them. I guess you can't read that because it's backwards. Ruby Moon Cactus Designs. Her name's Bonnie, and she is local. And she, I guess, makes them all and drops them off to them, and then they sell them.
Yep, they're nice. Very nice.
We wanted like a pint glass, but they're sold out of
They're
those.
sold out, so.
Once they,
I got my K-Dog and Fish one coming.
eventually. Because we have a pre-order on that,
Yeah.
so it could take a while. And then, I got these. Alcohol. I have the Rhiskey,
Whiskey.
which is,
What we tried tonight.
yeah, we had a tasting of.
Yeah.
Which is the
Good.
rum and whiskey. I think it's 50-50, like rum and whiskey. Sacrilegious experiment. This is their first time doing it. I think this is the first
Run. Yeah.
run, too, because they came out June 13th. So I'm sure this is from the same barrel. 40% alcohol, product of Canada. Experiment number 1. It even has homemade label, like you can almost peel it off, because I don't think they had labels ready for this. This it says at the back, we may be crucified by the whiskey lovers or thrown overboard by the rum lovers, but we just had to try this experiment. We call this experimental brown liquid Rhiskey. We blended equal parts of our premium craft rum with our popular premium rye whiskey. And let the people decide in blind taste tests if they liked it. The results were overwhelming. People liked it. I liked it. They don't really like rye whiskey. Same thing. Rye and whiskey's the same, right?
Yeah.
Which is what Jay got.
That's what I got.
I don't really like it. So when we had the tasting of this, yes, you can taste the rum. And they had no rum at the time. Right now, they don't have any just plain rum, or I would have bought that.
This will be for the next live, right there. Just popping it off. And so the next live should be a shit show.
We have a microphone, we can do it.
Yeah,
You're
we
gonna
got a
read-
new microphone
What does
too.
this back of yours say? Oh, nothing.
Mine was made somewhere.
Last Straw Distillery Corp.
Wally got to go for his first walk actually in grass tonight. So he's all up in the window, all excited about his next walk in the grass.
But they do make things like people, like, if you ask for something, they will probably make it.
They'll
for you.
try. They will.
Like, what
try.
did they make that we overheard? A rhubarb.
Rhubarb something.
Was it whiskey? Rhubarb
Vodka.
whiskey? No.
Or gin. Was it whiskey? No, I think it was.
It wasn't vodka. It wasn't vodka, I don't think.
Because usually you don't flavor whiskey.
Oh, okay.
It's usually vodka because it doesn't really have a flavor. It's kind of like pure alcohol.
No.
It tastes like alcohol.
This one just says Canadian Rye Whiskey. Patience, patience, patience. We represent you rye. Corn blended, designed for and chosen by Ottawa Valley patrons. Product of Canada. Yep. So, yeah, I like my label better. Actually, I like kind of the handmade one, just because it's like got a story at the back of it. But they do like they don't always have it on hand, but they do have rum, they have rye, they have this, they have gin, moonshine, vodka.
Moonshine, yeah.
That's what they.
It's fun. I had a good day. I even got a sliver from the barrel.
That you were sitting on?
Yep.
Uh-oh. Oh no. We brought Baby Yoda with us. There was
Yep.
pictures on our social media that you've probably seen. If you haven't, just check out our Instagram or our Facebook page. They're on both. And if you're local, check out O'Kenny.
Yep.
Links will be below. These are cool bottles too. Which apparently, yeah, you can bring them back and they'll give you like $1.50 or something.
Yeah.
And I was just like, how about we keep them? Because they like pop off like these. And then they do these. Yeah, there we go.
That's
They are
so
sealed,
bad.
of course. I already ripped off the seal. What?
I removed the sliver right on camera. So
So
All
that
right.
is all. We just kind of wanted to wrap up the video.
Yep. I had a fun day. It was good.
Yeah, fun day.
Yep.
Yeah, your dad was with you?
Yep.
I got a little bit of footage on him.
Oh, yeah, that's good. I'll throw it in there.
It was just like, there's Jay's dad.
Jay's dad. Jay's dad. All right. Now I'm gonna go try my whiskey.
He's gonna drink, I'm not. I don't like drinking and working. Jay likes to drink before work. He's crazy. He's a crazy alcoholic. No. But he does drink sometimes a beer in the morning, and I'm just like, oh, I don't know how you do that.
Yeah, usually an apple.
Yeah,
It's
but I
usually
still
when I
don't know
wanna
how
go
you do
back
that.
I usually do it early and when I want to go back to
Yeah.
sleep.
I don't have that much time. I don't work at 4. I work at usually 2 or
Yeah.
1 or something stupid. So thank you for watching, and check out the links below. Check out O'Kenny's craft spirits.
Yes. They're pretty cool. They got some really neat stuff even on their online store.
Yeah, they have an online store and they sell other local stuff that's not even made by them. Like all the other businesses in town, like they have their stuff in their store.
I got my cool trucker hat. Like, look at that. It's a trucker hat.
It is a trucker hat.
It's my first trucker hat.
I'm really
usually don't wear
full.
the
I feel
trucker
like I'm
hat.
gonna die.
We had pita shack.
We just ate,
Amazing.
and we've had a long day, and we're tired.
Euros and French fries and salad.
We didn't have euros.
Wow.
We had BLT.
BLTs. Another local company you should check out. All right. On that note,
Pretty. Bye-bye.
bye.